Soul Simmers. I'm Gabrielle.
And I'm Jovel.
And thank you for listening to the second teeny tiny Minisode.
So tiny.
We're calling it Messing Around because we're not giving you the full woohoo.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Around. We're just teasing you.
Just a taste.
So today we're going to be reading some Sims fan fiction again.
Ooh, baby.
Are we going to get to talk about, what's his name? Chester Geek again today?
Yeah. We'll get to him.
What was it called? The Giekqual.
The Giekqual. Yes. The Giekqual. I'm excited.
So you're going to go first.
Yes, I'm going to go first, but I'm going to start with our friend Herbert first because I feel like we need to get into his college years.
We left him off. He had a change in his life. He decided he was going to let go of his parents' divorce. And Chester...
Let it go.
Chester was... Oh, not Chester, sorry. Herbert was in a Truman Show type situation in his head. He thought everybody was always looking at him because his parents got divorced.
Yes, exactly. Have you ever questioned if you're in the Truman Show?
No. Luckily,
really?
No. You know what? I have wondered, or not wondered, but like had like a fear my whole life, though, that people could read my mind. Yeah, that's something that people with schizophrenia have, though, so I try not to feed into that.
That makes sense. Yeah, that's scary. I just remember, like, the first time I ever saw or, like, witnessed, you know, when you, like, get really into something and then you start seeing, like, everybody talking about it suddenly and you're like, now am I noticing it all the time? Mm-hmm. And then I would be like, oh my god, like, people are watching my life on TV and now they're, like, talking about it because, like, I'm, like, obsessed with it.
Well, now we know it's because NSA agents are always watching our phone.
Yeah. Well, I didn't have a phone. I was like in 6th grade.
Yeah. It's like that
they're watching me.
S thing everybody used to draw. They used to do it all over the world.
Yep. It was because of me. From the Truman Show.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. So his friend Elizabeth, who has had his back since 3rd grade.
She would never make him feel uncomfortable.
She pleaded with him to move on and let go of his parents' divorce. Mm-hmm. And he said he's finally ready to let go.
Yeah.
And now we are at chapter 6.
It's titled, just another day.
Yeah. It's another day. Chapter 6. Years later. Years went past. Herbert is now 22 years old and his young half-sister Molly is 16 years old and in high school. So I guess I would have been right if I guessed he was 12 and that his sister was 6 before. Dang. I mean, like, I got it right there, years separated. I did read this once, but I was so high, I don't think that I got that from that. I think I just guessed. He can't help the memory of seeing his mom and his stepdad together being happy and kissing each other. Romance blossomed between his mom and stepdad, Herbert. Wait, his dad's name's Herbert?
Wait, what?
I'm confused. Is his
stepdad
name's Herbert? Oh, no. Okay, wait. There was a comma, Herbert, but then it was and a period. But I think it's supposed to be backwards. Gotcha. Herbert tried to look after his half-sister Molly as she tried to get all flirty with boys. Ew. For him, well, he has been balancing college, trying to figure out what to do in life, and that's how our story begins. Yeah, I thought it was going to go down a weird, like, stepbrother incest thing, and I was very relieved when it did not.
It's his half-sister also.
Yeah, because I was like, oh no, she's like 16, it's his half-sister, they're talking about his half-sister a lot, and how he doesn't like her talking to boys. I was like, oh no, please don't do this.
But okay, he's just the normal amount of protective.
Yes.
Got it. Herbert's not that weird.
Turns out. It was a beautiful sunny day. Herbert was on his old bed. He used to sleep peacefully when he was a child. The sun began to shine through his curtains. He started feeling a growl in his stomach. In his sleep, he fell out of bed and accidentally landed on the floor. The moment Herbert got up, he was shaky at the moment. He looked out the window. He realized the sun was up. Time to start the day, he said to himself as he walked out of the room.
He just gets straight out of bed, walks right out of the room, and he's like,
where's he going?
Just another day.
Okay, just another day. He's like really chill. Just another day. What up? Let's go. I want him to be like, time to suck the day's dick. And I just get up and leave the room. Okay, chapter 7. Hey, Herbert. The names of the chapters are just like college. Hey, Herbert. By the time Herbert went downstairs, he could see his mom, stepdad, and half-sister waiting for him for breakfast. Hey, Herbert. Hey, shouted happily. Hey, guys, said Herbert. He walked in as Zoe brought a plate of pancakes for family, sat and began to eat. They didn't say a word to each other. So, said Molly, Tlyer asked me out. Tlyer. Oh, congratulations, cheered the mom. Yeah, that's great, grunted Herbert. In his head, all he heard from teenagers at Molly's school was that some kid named Bob liked her but couldn't get the courage to speak to her about it. Herbert, you have such an attitude like that, said Zoe.
Wait, okay. I spy something Herbert's got to get over in this chapter.
What?
His sister dating?
Yeah.
Is he got to move on?
Does he have to let it go? He's got to let it go, Herbert. Where's Elizabeth? She needs to get over here.
Yeah, where is Elizabeth?
I know. I think we're going to get to that. Okay. You have such an attitude like that, said Zoe. Herbert looked over at Molly, who, already silently begging Herbert as in a way of forgiveness, puts his arm around her. What? Look, it's okay. I'm sorry. You know your brother gets cranky sometimes, said. It just says said and then a period. Herbert Molly was silent for a minute before sharing a laugh with him as the entire family starts laughing together. About what?
I'm getting horror vibes again from this one.
Chapter 8, at college. By the time that Herbert arrived at the doorstep of the university, all the students were waiting for the bell to ring. No, bells don't ring at the university. You just go to your class.
Hey, this person's probably like 15, so...
Yeah, that's true.
They don't know yet.
This would be the time to enter. He breathed and exhaled some air nervously. He got excited that his best friend Logan... Oh, I forgot about Logan! I love Logan so much.
Okay, alright, I'm ready for Logan.
Was riding on his skateboard. He tried to reach his hand out for Herbert to give him a high five. What's new, Herbert? Asked Logan as he stopped at his tracks. Well, it turns out my sister has a boyfriend, said Herbert. Shared Herbert. Oh, that's great, said Logan. Yeah, well, you know, my sister always likes the idea of having her own romantic love story. I'm proud, declared Herbert. Of what? He's proud of his sister for wanting to date. The school bell rung, letting all the students in. So, anything new happened here? Asked Herbert. He and Logan walked through the school hallways. Nothing. It's just one of our professors retired yesterday, said Logan. Oh, that's too bad. Are we getting a new one? Asked Herbert. It appears so, said Logan. This drew Herbert into silence. It reminded him how he had to get used to Mark being his stepdad.
Wait, he's back on that?
He's mad about his stepdad, I guess? I don't know. Oh, I think he's reminded of how it took time, but he's
Oh, okay.
Yeah. This took some time. Mark was a great guy. He surely missed his dad, though, and he missed Elizabeth, his childhood friend, after she moved away. When two of them graduated from middle school, she had to move away from him and his family. It was heartbreaking for him. You okay? Asked Logan. Yeah, I'm fine, said Herbert. Both of them grunted and walked up to their first class. Chapter 9. Dad?
Wait, okay, so his dad left? Like,
I guess so. I thought they got
divorced. You can't see his dad?
I guess so. I thought that they just divorced, but apparently his dad left and they haven't seen each other in 10 years.
Okay, got it.
Okay. Chapter 9. Dad? By the time that Herbert and Logan walked into their class, they could already see a lot of people already going to take their seats. It was obviously odd for Herbert. Nobody usually ran to their seats. Usually classmates would be up chatting and laughing, throwing things, and making a mess. This all seemed odd to him. What is he talking, like an 80s high school?
It's like the Breakfast Club.
I know, right? Maybe the new professor knows how to discipline students better, he thought to himself. He and Logan were tried to find their seats until he heard, "All right, class is starting. I hope everyone is in their seats," shouted a voice from below. Herbert and Logan finally found their seats and sat down to face their teacher. At the moment when Herbert looked up to face the teacher turned out to be nobody but Dad, thought Herbert in shock. He couldn't believe his father, after years, was working here at his college. Herbert was shocked to what he saw, not knowing what to do next. What would happen after class was over? This is where I'm going to leave us off, and we'll discover what happens with his dad in the next episode.
Oh my god.
Yeah, this is a roller coaster
saga
of emotions.
Continues.
I love how cool Logan is. He's just like, high five, man.
He tries.
His skateboard.
He tries to get a high five.
But he doesn't seem embarrassed that he got denied a high five. Like, he let it go.
He let it go.
He let it go and he moved on.
He really knows how to let things go.
I know. He's cool. I like him. I don't know why, but I imagine him as like, what's his name? Skeeter from Doug.
Oh my god. Yeah.
I love him. And then fucking Herbert is Doug.
Fucking lusting after Patty Mayonnaise.
I know,
Doesn't
dude.
care about anything else.
Patty Mayonnaise.
She moved away.
Okay. Yeah, I hope this helps you guys visualize what's going on. Just picture it as Doug.
I'm speechless. Every time you talk about Herbert, I'm speechless.
Yeah, it's a saga. I'm sad that there's an ending to it, but...
Speaking of sagas.
Oh boy, let's get into it.
So, the first one was actually called Billy is Trash, right? Mm-hmm. This one is called Billy Was Trash 2.
Oh,
They
shit.
changed the name a little bit.
This is real.
So, everybody, welcome to the second installment of Billy Was Trash by Paperdoll_Spid.
Love them.
Billy was so exhausted that she couldn't even walk to the nearest community shack, so she ordered Chinese food by the phone. I'm going to remind everyone real quick that Billy Was Trash can be a little bit offensive.
No. I don't know why the Chinese food didn't trigger me. I kind of forgot.
Okay, here we go. She couldn't even walk to the nearest community shack, so she ordered Chinese food by the phone. Since the delivery cost like 30 simoleons, but she only had 26 simoleons, she had to quick find some empty beer bottles, hand them over for 5 simoleons. When finally the delivery man arrived, Billy was showering in her sink. The rude delivery man stared at her. Pervert! And after Billy had paid him, he still standed there waiting for something. I don't think that he really wanted to await a tip. He rather wanted to await something else.
Ominous. The implication.
After Billy hadn't paying the bills for some time, came the evil repo man and took the only 3 Billy's books and some trash bags with clothes. Driven by starvation, Billy ordered a salmon and some other food in the shack. She wanted to sneak away and not pay her bill, but somehow it didn't work out because they sent the bill over the mail. Bummer!
Oh, no.
Okay, I just want to remind everyone that Billy lives in a dump and stopped going to the community shack to eat because she was eating stinky hot dogs while richest people were ordering lobster and what was it? I don't remember, but they were ordering good food and she was eating stinky hot dogs, and she said that on principle she could no longer go there. A fat homeless lady? I don't think so. Billy is pregnant. It must have happened after taking pictures with that Chinese immigrant.
What? What does that mean?
Oh,
I don't like
there. Yeah. It doesn't stop there. We're not done with this.
I figured not.
Labor begins during painting. I hope that the baby will inherit Billy's creative skills. Or better, he could just have some skills not inherited from B+ Billy, but better. That was just a typo that I decided to read out loud. In the right moment, something surprising happened. For the first time ever, my Sim naturally gave birth to 2 twins. Probably meant to write Sim there. Exactly a homeless, which doesn't have the money to buy at least one baby crib. Exactly the grimmest winter.
What?
It's supposed to say exactly, but they spelled it EXCATLY.
Even with the word exactly, it doesn't really make sense.
No. 2 boys were born, Dick and Roller.
Oh my god.
Oh, there used to be a picture here. So right here it says, I think in this picture, Billy's expression says everything I'm thinking about. Poor thing. Poor thing. There has been a heavy snowfall, so Billy can't even find her babies in the snow. Driven to despair, Billy went to shack to shake her booty for some men.
Been there, girl. Been there.
Nothing good turned out. Only 100 simoleons. That doesn't help her situation.
I mean, a little.
Chinese food is only 30 simoleons, so she can buy like 3 things of Chinese food. Or she could buy a new bed. The Reaper Man took her bed. Yeah. Buy babies a crib, right?
Yeah, at least one of them.
Shaking her booty at the shack. What is the shack? Okay.
I don't know.
Oh God, here we go again. After Dick and Roller were taken away, Billy didn't suffer too much. She only wanted to see a werewolf and let him bite her. It didn't happen. Driven to instant despair again, Billy called the immigrant and invited him to move in.
First of all, there's not immigrants in the game. That's not part of The Sims, calling them immigrants.
This person makes me want to throw up.
This
was 2008. So I hope that they've changed. He didn't even know that Billy had been pregnant or that twins were born. Not even that they are taken away. For moving into Billy's dump, immigrant took 3,000 simoleons with him. Now Billy could build a small house, so in winter she won't freeze anymore. Can I give him a name?
Yes.
What's his name? Because I'm not saying that again. Let's name him Paul.
Okay.
Okay. I'm not saying it again.
Yeah.
I can't handle it. Okay. Now Billy could build a small house, so in winter she won't freeze anymore. It was even enough to buy the cheapest shower and fridge that are actually quite expensive. Since time immemorial, Billy is eating breakfast. Don't know what that means. She had even forgotten how the cereal or milk looked like. Hoping to develop her creativity skills and earn more money, Billy paints every day. She is hoping to have her boys back someday, if she will have more money. Daily, Billy calls to adoption service, hoping that maybe today she will be lucky to get her boys back, but every day, bitch declines. The end.
I wanted to clap so bad, and then I knew it would be really loud.
Oh, yeah, we're going to have to keep Paul. Remember, everyone, Paul is what we're going to call that poor man in this story. All right, what you got for me?
Now I'm going to read the second chapter of the Chester Geek story. Chapter 2, Chester Geek, the Giekqual. I do not own The Sims, Chester Geek, or Chester Geek's official website, which doesn't exist yet. But someday, maybe I will. Well, maybe the last one.
Oh, I forgot how Okay, so Chester Geek was the nerdy sim.
Yes.
That was getting revenge on all the simmers.
Yes.
Who had given them makeovers by showing up to their house. And we had Jessica. Chester Geek shows up and he's like, Jessica? And she's like, who's Jessica? I'm not Jessica. And he's like, who? You're Jessica. And then 2 hours later, they're still confused and then they get married.
Yeah.
And then aliens come.
No, aliens come and erase their memories and then they get married because they don't know what the fuck is going on and they have better to do. Chester Geek, the Giekqual. Part 2 of 27. The last paragraph of the previous Chester Geek tale was a lie. The fact that this story was originally labeled as complete, also a lie. I guess, as a narrator, I just like to lie. But hey, my lies are entertaining, and for some reason, you're still here reading them. So enjoy the next part of Chester Geek's adventure.
Wait, so it doesn't even matter that I just explained everything because we're scrapping that whole story.
Yeah.
Okay, on it. Got it.
Chester Geek had just returned from not getting a makeover. There he was, in front of the most beautiful plot of land ever. Chester Geek was in love all over again, with the dirt on his shoe. Nothing had happened that day. I mean, except him getting married to Jessica. But you know, Chester Geek doesn't remember anything past 3 seconds ago. Who's Chester Geek? I don't know, my BFF. What?
Wait, so did the aliens erase their memory after? And also, so we are still sticking with that?
I literally have no idea.
All right, well, we'll just power through.
Anyway, on with the story. So Chester Geek had just arrived on an empty plot of land that was supposed to be his house. Now, Chester Geek knew there was no way anyone would actually make him a decent house, so he decided to steal one of the college dorms and make it into a house. That was lovely. Thankfully, Chester Geek knew how to hack into the system that was the universe he knew. I mean, one would not actually expect for a sim within the game to know how to use cheat codes for the universe in which they exist, but one must keep in mind that Chester Geek is sort of a genius. Using move objects on, Chester dragged the largest dorm he could find from the Chester Geek University. He learned how to change the name of the custom-made universities and with the click of the mouse, the dorm rested on what was previously an empty lot with a mailbox. "Success!" shouted Chester Geek as he leaped into the air and gave his wife a high five. Oh, so they're still together. "Now what?" Chester Geek asked. "I don't know, Chester Geek," replied Jessica. "Why are you calling me by my full name?" asked Chester Geek. "Can't I just be Chester, or even Geek?" "We're both geeks," replied Jessica. "We got married, remember?" "Okay," responded Chester Geek, "so then call me Chester." "No," said Jessica. "You aren't a Chester. You're a Chester Geek. Just accept the fact that it is so necessary to call you by your full name and move on with life. Let it go." Jessica paused. "And you'd be better not to waste too much time or your life meter is going to keep going up while we have this argument." "Oh, no need to fear about that," laughed Chester Geek. "I already turned the aging off. All we have to worry about is the computer hard drive melting down, but that situation is out of our hands, unless our files are backed up on a floppy disk or an external hard drive." "Oh, Chester Geek," laughed Jessica, "nobody uses floppy disks. We're too much data for those old things to hold." "You're right, genius wife," responded Chester Geek. Suddenly, a shadow appeared in the background, but that's irrelevant, so we're just going to ignore it and hopefully it'll go away. But guess what? The shadow didn't go away, even though Chester Geek was hoping that it would. This strange shadow walked into Chester Geek's new house. It was none other than Ashley Pitts. I don't know who Ashley Pitts is.
I think that's another Sims character. Probably. It's a Sims 4 college university student. It's a man.
That is Sims 2, first of all.
Oh, that's what I meant.
I know
what did I say?
I know who that is. You said Sims 4.
Oh, whoops.
Okay, so Ashley Pitts is a Sims 2 college university student. The strange shadow walked into Chester Geek's new house. It was none other than Ashley Pitts. "Ashley is a girl's name," said Chester Geek. Ashley Pitts looked at Chester Geek. "Your name is Chester Geek," he replied.
Got a point.
Got him! Chester Geek stares into the computer screen. 35 embarrassing Chester Geek dialogues later. Chester Geek was sitting in on his geek throne drinking geek soda. It was geek-tastic. Geek! Chester Geek couldn't wait to decorate his house full of non-made-over Chester Geek pictures. They were his favorite, even though Jessica originally wanted to make him over herself. "Well, Chester Geek," Jessica said, "what are you going to do for the next 400 words?" "Geek, geek, 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 geek," replied Chester Geek. This is so meta. Then Chester Geek, Ashley Pitts, and Jessica were abducted by aliens and placed on a remote desert island for real this time, unless I take this statement back in the next story, for all of eternity, and they lived happily ever after, unless I write another story. Okay? The end.
Part 2 of 26?
27, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
All right. I'm sensing a trend.
With lying?
No, just the abducted by aliens. And...
Oh, yeah. I'm assuming they're all going to end like that?
Yeah, hopefully.
Wow, this is honestly amazing. This is a saga, and I'm here for it.
Okay. So I'm going to make you choose.
Okay.
Do you want to hear I Love Llama, or should we continue with Billy is Trash, Part 3?
I think you should do I Love Llama, and you should just do When Billy is Trash every episode, so we have something to build up to.
I Love Llama by Elisa. The Life and Times of Kalia Blanca. Welcome to Sim State. My name is Kalia, and I'll be your tour guide. Big cheesy grin. No, really, just kidding. Although that really happened to me my first day here. The cheerleader had a grin so big I thought her face would break. Cheerleader imitation. Like, her name was Andrea, okay? And Andrea, she was like the biggest, like, idiot, okay?
This is me writing this, because this is exactly how I talk.
And yes, I know, my booty is big. I'm a full-figured girl. I'm a chubby chubbersome. I get it. No comments from the peanut gallery. This means you. My mom and dad were killed when I was 3. My mom was cooking spaghetti when it happened. We didn't live in the best neighborhood then. The door was unchained because my father was coming home. Gotta keep your door chained up, you know? Don't want it to get away.
Boo!
Because my father was coming home. The robber was still stabbing her when my dad came in.
That's awkward. Wait, how did it get in if her dad was coming
The door
home?
was unchained.
Oh, I'm an idiot. We just talked about this. Okay, got it.
The robber was still stabbing her when my dad came in. I saw it all, and my hair has been white ever since. True story.
Literally Something that happened on Twin Peaks where this guy's like daughter died and then the stress of it made his hair turn white, like the next episode.
That happened to my grandpa.
Wow.
In a foxhole.
That's sad.
Mm-hmm. Okay, mom's being stabbed. I saw it all. My hair is white. True story. Nods. So that's where my name comes from. Blanca means white, and I had white hair. My foster mom was beautiful Latina. Can you tell? Well, for a while anyway. I got passed around to a few homes like most kids. It changes up pace really fast. I took up painting to forget my troubles, and now here I am at Sim State on a partial art scholarship. If I get good enough grades, I can get more money based on my GPA. But who really focuses on that stuff in college? It's parties, painting, and friends for me.
Yeah, everyone goes to college for painting.
Love it. College really brings out the best and the worst in people. Like with me, I get to paint all the time. I have to keep producing new things for my scholarship. On the other end of the scale is this guy. He likes to stand outside and watch me. I've seen him across the cafeteria watching me. Okay. Hey there, how you doing, freak? Told you I could paint. This is from a photograph of me holding my paint palette because I paint. So there was a picture here.
Okay. What happened to all these pictures?
I copied and pasted the text.
Oh.
Yeah. This is my room. Yeah, baby. I snagged the one with the computer. I got to the dorms first and switched the bed covers to the one I liked as well. I had a disgusting blueprint before. No way. I sketched out a quick pic of me so everyone would know this is... How did I say this name before? Kalia's room? Yeah. Kalia's room, and hung it on the door. See, there it is. This is my best friend, Tori Knight. She got the room with the sick blue duvet that I switched. Ha ha! It happens to be the room right next to mine. I gave her a sketch too, since no one invaded Toryland, as she calls it. She's princess of Toryland, just so everyone knows.
Jesus.
She is wild, always dancing and talking and eating and playing so full of life. Tori is the kind of girl that everyone wants to know and no one manages to be, although they always want to. She is bright and bubbly and my best friend ever. I'm so lucky to have found her that first day.
Wow, Tori's dope.
I guess you're wondering about Llama, eh? Here he is, Leonid. Leonid? Leonid. Leonid is his real name, but everyone calls him Llama. You never see him out of his suit. I swear, he has 4 of them and just rotates them out. He lives in that suit, man. I've seen him in his class with the suit on. No kidding. He's the llama mascot from The Sims 2, if you hadn't caught on.
Oh, I've caught on.
Llama is a one-of-a-kind free spirit, and of course I was lounging around in my undies the first day he showed up and made me do a school cheer. Yeah, that's just what I want someone to see the first time I meet them. My jiggly behind. Sigh. Llama didn't even bat an eye. Well, mostly because his eyes are vinyl, the ones I can see anyways. I totally fell in love with Llama that very first day. I love Llama. That's how they met.
Okay.
And this is the wedding.
Okay.
Llama and I met at dawn under the wedding arch. We dressed in our best outfits, and I had gone to the beauty shop and gotten my hair straightened. I was very nervous about getting my hair cut. Tori took Angelia for the night, wanting to do her part for our special day. So I guess they have a kid? I don't know what happened
Angelia?
there. Angelia.
Bad choice, but okay.
Wanting to do our part for the special day. We had said we wanted no witnesses, just Llama and I, promising our lives and our love to each other before God.
They don't even want their kid to watch?
Maybe it's a dog?
Oh, maybe.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I chose to wear black instead of white because I looked better in it. Black is slimming. That, and I had no desire to look like a big frosted cupcake. Wow, why is this person like...
fat shaming herself.
Yeah, seriously. I did not really... I skimmed this one and I was like, this one's funny. I love Llama. Yeah. Damn, she's like... I'm a big, fat, chubby Chubberson.
I know. Like, I'm a
I don't want to look like a big frosted cupcake. Llama kept staring at me. It made me really nervous. Like he was going to run until he told me that he was staring at how beautiful I looked in candlelight. I let him look a little longer.
Does he still have his llama suit on?
No, he actually didn't. I remember that.
He looks like.
We were both so nervous under that arch. I held up the ring, looked into Llama's eyes, I recited my vows, and the rose petals began to drop from the arch right on cue. It really was a magical moment. I was taking the final step. Soon, Llama and I would be together forever. Didn't they already just get married? Okay, sorry. Llama slid the ring on my finger, reciting his vows as well. You could almost feel the stillness in the air when he uttered, "Till death do us part." We had really done it. We were married. You may kiss the bride. Well, the joke was on us. The paperboy had watched the wedding from the sidewalk and clapped after we finished our kiss.
Why were they doing it at like...
It was an empty lot,
on an
too.
Empty lot.
We laughed and thanked him for the congratulations. It was official. I was Mrs. Llama. It's not a sim wedding without a spontaneous pillow fight after the kiss. You didn't think I was going to have a pillow fight, did you? Mr. and Mrs. Llama Blanca Mace.
This is beautiful.
The end.
I'm glad it worked out for those two crazy kids in the end.
I think we all love llama.
Okay, my final story of the day is going to be a really short one. It's called From Life Until Death, and it is by Amber Cat Fan 2122. Chapter 1. My name is Allie, and I am 72 years old. I was born and raised in Sunset Valley. When I was 18 years old, a meteor struck the town and thus destroying it. My family and I only managed to survive because we had been away on vacation. We returned to find everyone dead. My mom and I then moved to Magnolia Promenade while my dad moved to Riverview. I married 3 years later and gave birth to a girl named Mary. 10 years later, my mom died of breast cancer, and my dad died 3 months later in a car accident. It's like a whole timeline. They're just like, here's the timeline of my life. 20 years later, Mary had a son named Noah, and 3 years later, I was diagnosed with kidney cancer. I've been given 6 months to live. My husband died 2 years ago. And then chapter 2. Note, this is not a chapter. The rest of this is just them being like, I have health problems. Sorry, I haven't written for a while. Oh, they have a YouTube. Yeah, and then now I know that they have diabetes. Literally, chapter 2 through 4 is them explaining their diabetes.
Oh.
So, that's it.
Okay.
That's just a timeline of a person's life, and then finding out, sadly, that the person who wrote it has diabetes.
Yeah. But the sim had cancer also.
The sim had cancer and had 6 months to live, and her husband died 2 years ago.
Got it. Okay. Terrible
and
life.
That's life to death, baby.
My final one is also very short. A little longer than yours was. My Sim, The Moron, by Crystal Shit. It's Crystal Shyt.
Okay.
This is actually chapter 2, but there was only chapter 2 and like 28, I think.
Okay.
So, I think they lost a lot of stuff. You know how I said some were deleted? Mm-hmm. Yeah, they lost almost all of theirs. So
that's sad.
Oh no. I see Pathos has started telling you about Lynn. Well, I am Ethos, and I'm here to give you a better perspective. First, I need to change the title. Our sim is misguided. There, much better. Now, Lynn, you see, may not be blessed with the amount of intelligence that cats have, but Pathos has completely misrepresented her. You see, in her mind, there was nothing wrong with bringing wolves and dogs into the house, as they did no harm to her, although they did rip the couch to shreds. I love that couch. Logos and I used to sit on it all the time. Well, I think perhaps I should actually pick up where Pathos left off, since she got most of the facts right. I just disagree with her opinion about Lynn. Well, eventually, Lynn finally took a break from letting the canine neighbors in and started trying to get to know the sim neighbors. She met this rather interesting fellow named Ed Hoobajoob. What an interesting name, Hoobajoob. They ate some really odd-smelling food in the strange white boxes and talked about sports. Not an interest I particularly understand, but to each his or her own.
Are they talking about Chinese food?
Yeah. Then a couple...
Why is everything weird and anti-Chinese in this?
Because this is written by a cat.
Oh.
Did you not get that yet?
No.
Yeah, I was confused too. I didn't realize it until the end, and then I was like, I gotta put this one in here. But they said it's a cat.
Oh my god.
Not an interest I particularly understand, but to each his or her own. Then a couple days later, she met Mr. Smith. This sim just smelled wrong! Now, normally I disagree with Pathos on her opinion of Sims, but this guy just wasn't right. He seemed like a possible threat to Lynn's safety. I tried to warn Lynn, but since we don't speak the same language, it doesn't work quite so well. She came to consider him her best friend. One day, while Lynn was off visiting Mr. Smith, Logos and I asked Pathos to give us some alone time in the pet house. She wasn't very happy about that and replied, "Ew, gross. Just keep the kittens away from me." Oh my, I've strayed off the subject. Sorry for that. Lynn went to visit Mr. Smith, but apparently he attacked her while she was there. No wonder he smelled so strange. Unfortunately, even with our sense of smell, we cats were unable to understand what the true extent of all this was. The end.
What the fuck?
Yeah, so I didn't realize it was written from the point of view of cats because I was just like skimming it, and then I got to the end and it was like, unfortunately, we cats can't. I was like, wait, what?
I feel like that's something that Shannon would do. Just write a whole story from the perspective of a cat.
Definitely. I had fun. Did you have fun?
Yes.
This is always a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Even though we've recorded 2 episodes and it was back to back, but
yeah, literally. I'm just vibing. This is great.
Yes, I love it. Let's smoke some more weed. Oops.
Wow.
Record maybe 1 more episode and then
yes.
Go get groceries.
Yes.
All right, thank you guys so much for listening to Minisode number 2. You got anything to say? What should we say? If you have any Sims fan fiction.
Oh yeah, if you have any Sims fan fiction that you want us to read on the podcast, you can let us know on social media. We're at Woohoo Podcast on all of our social media, or you can email us at Woohoo Podcast. Wait. Yeah. You can email us, yes, at Woohoo Podcast at gmail.com. That sounded weird. Okay. I was like, what am I saying here? Yeah, because we really want to read your fan fiction, and then I think that we should also write our own fan fiction.
Oh, hell yeah, dude. Halloween, we're going to write a scary Sims fan fiction.
Oh my god, yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
We can do like a YouTube video.
Yes.
All right. Thank you for listening.
Dag Dag.
Dag.